Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video will be the pay to win guide or the low turn guide for you to achieve 9 turns in Desert Dig, which is Sloan's trial. Okay, so everything I'm gonna say now is based on your account progress. You might not achieve this because it's based on certain resonance and certain Esper as well. It might have alternative, but I'm not sure about that because this video here I will be just showing this guide specifically provided by Taron, because I did not make this guide up. Taron shared his guide to me, and then I tried to copy it, and then this is the final outcome. Alright, so when you challenge here, the buff here is pretty important as well. So it's for the first part here, nothing is important. You just need to pick ability level max or other thing as well. It doesn't matter too much. Then what matters is the middle one. So the middle one, you want to try to go for flow attack. So every time you can come back here to check, is it a flow attack? And then at the back here, you want fighter speed. If you don't have, then you keep refreshing until you get it. Alright, so after collecting the buff, so this is the final buff you're gonna have. Okay, so make sure you have the same one. The speed is important. The extra damage here is pretty important as well, because you're gonna need, maybe you're gonna need Sloan to deal a little bit of damage. No idea. But why we are not picking Inferno attack buff for Suje is sometimes you don't want Suje's attack actually overload and actually kill the wave, so you kind of want to tune this part. So if your Suje's attack is not high enough, then you should get Inferno attack buff. If your Suje attack is too high, like mine situation is like R6, D6, so I want the attack to slightly go lower, so the true damage value, it won't overload and instantly kill the wave. So you have to balance out the stats between like either overload attack or either too low attack, so you have to balance it. So for my situation here is you don't want to, mine is already overload, so you don't want to get extra Inferno attack. Alright, so let's go through one by one. So Chuyao here is not R6 mandatory, is R0 is doable. R2 might actually limit your turn in a way, because the R2 effect gives you one extra turn. Sometimes you don't want that one extra turn, but it is fine. Okay, but Chuyao here is a needed R0, at least R0, then the Divinity here is not needed as well. Most importantly, you want to make him very high crit damage, because your Chuyao will be the one of the wave clearer in the battle. You want his S3 to actually deal enough damage to kill the enemy, and then you want your Chuyao to be high accuracy. If you can, make it 80 above, but my equipment here doesn't provide enough to go until 80% accuracy above while maintaining high DPS. Okay, then Sloan here is the trial Sloan, so you can't change the equipment, just slot in there, but it doesn't do anything. You don't want your Sloan to actually take any action, because this Sloan here is R0, it will freeze all your teammate, which it isn't what you want. So Sloan here, basically you just slot her in while doing nothing. So make sure your speed tune is similar than mine or slightly higher than mine. The speed tune is important because the orders and the turn count actually matters. So you don't want Sloan to let her able to take the action. Then Suje here is going for thunder set and crit rate set. You want to have decent crit rate, decent high crit damage, and decent attack. Why do I say it's decent attack? Because you don't want the attack value to overload, and the true damage from the funeral stack will kill the enemy. So you don't want the attack to too high and not too low, something like that. You have to balance the range there, but if you can, put more crit damage, because at the final shot to kill the Everett, you are using Suje's S3 to nuke the Everett. So you want to have high crit rate, high crit damage to ensure the last attack from Suje is actually able to crit on Everett. Then speed wise, you have to be slightly around my range here, because you don't want to get outspeed by Everett. That's why we also have this fighter Esper speed plus 25% to boost out their spin when they are in the battle. Then for Raven here is going for thunder set and fiery set. So I think Raven is better to have like R0 is fine, but at least D3. I think the attack up actually helps. I don't know like how big is the difference is, because mine is D5, but it should be D3, because before Raven casts the passive to clear the wave, you want the attack up to apply on Raven. So this is pretty important, and speed wise doesn't matter too much, because Raven, you don't need Raven to take the action. The reason why we have speed here is because this speed will increase some extra damage as well, which is pretty good. And high crit rate, high crit damage. Then for Armor here, it's also pretty tricky. Okay, so Armor here doesn't need to be R6, but it has to be R4. R4 above to make this possible. If it's R4 below, I don't think so, because R4 effect gives you extra 1 stack of Divine Help. You need the pew pew, the extra pew pew. Okay, I'm not sure, but I know that R2 is minimum. I'm not sure R4 is it mandatory, but I feel like it is mandatory to have Army R4. So I was going for Harmony set to boost the overall ally damage after Armies take the action, which is instantly after the battle start, because Army will instantly cast the pew pew and the S3, and then will instantly apply the Harmony set effect. Then this Harmony set effect will apply for the whole teammate here for the DPS output. Okay, then your Army have to be high crit rate, high crit damage. Speed doesn't really matter because Army won't really take his own action. And then the HP here is pretty tricky. So your HP cannot be too high and cannot be too low. Because if your Army HP is too high, which means the pew pew from Army will actually accidentally kill the enemy. What happens if you kill the enemy is after you cast your S3. If you actually accidentally AoE nuke them after wave 10, if you're AoE actually able to nuke them, then you are not able to follow up with pew pew. Then without follow up pew pew, you actually have 2 stack from Divine Help, and then 7 stack from at the start of the combat, so you'll have only 9 stack, which is not enough for a 10 stack. That's why we say R4 Army is better, is because you have 2 stack of Divine Help, which makes your pew pew a lot more smoother after casting the ability. Okay, so overall you have to balance out the stats. Most importantly, you have to balance Sujie and Army Sujie's attack, Army HP you have to balance out, and then Chu Yao's DPS have to ensure that he have enough DPS to actually clear the wave by himself. So I encourage you to actually watch the showcase run one by one. Every wave is on manual to achieve this 9 turn. Maybe you're not able to achieve 9 turn, maybe you still can able to achieve at low turn with this guide idea. Okay, so let's take it out, check it out. Alright, so let's take a look how the battle goes. Okay, so every battle and every wave here you have to do it manually, so it won't take like consume extra turn. Alright, so wave 1 here, you're gonna need Chu Yao to cast S1 on this mob here. So after casting S1, Raven will follow up with a passive effect to clear the wave. Then after that, Amir will instantly trigger the passive and one-shot them. And now when you get this wave again, you want Chu Yao to cast S3 to do AoE damage to instantly clear them because your Raven's passive is not ready yet. Then wave 4, Amir will nuke them. Then wave 5, same thing, gonna repeat back what you started. So you're gonna S1 on Nusi. Then Raven follow up passive and kill them. Okay, so same thing, then Amir will do nuke damage. Then next wave. Okay, next wave when you have the skill back, cast your S3, nuke them. So you have to make sure that your Chu Yao's crit damage is high enough to cast, when you cast S3 is enough to clear the wave. Okay, then when you go into wave 9, same thing, you're gonna do your S1, hit one of the target and trigger Raven's passive, follow up damage to clear the wave. Okay, then wave 10, starting from here, is basically all the showcase about your Armor. So you want your Armor's pew pew to actually high enough damage to clear the rest of the wave. Like your damage cannot be overload, so you actually have Armor to actually pew pew at least once, so you can get to 3 stack, and then plus the 7 stack from the passive R2 effect, then he's able to keep on pew pew for the rest of the wave. Okay, so you should be clearing all the wave until wave 15. Then there's one target, the first one here, Steward is it? Should be left over some HP. Right? Okay, so not enough damage, right? So you have to cast S1, not S3. S1, hit it, and then because my highest attack is on Chu Yao, then Sujie, so my Sujie will follow up damage. Or if your highest attack is Raven, then your Raven will follow up damage. Alright, then pew pew them, clear the rest. Then it should be going like this until wave 20. If it does not go so smoothly until wave 20, then you need to tune your equipment to make your Armor's stat adjustment. It's like, is it too much damage or is it not enough damage? So you have to kind of tune it at the correct range, because if you have too much damage, then you can accidentally kill the wave by just the Armir S3. Then you don't have enough stack from Armir to let him trigger the passive again. Alright, so here all pew pew here. Slowly DPS. Okay, then now your Chu Yao is gonna cast S3, do AoE damage, and also apply the debuff. So Everett here can block one of the effect, right? So you want to hope that Everett actually don't resist the Seer. If block it, then it will apply at least the defend down and calamity. Alright, S3. Right, so okay, good job. We have applied all the Seer, defend, break, and calamity debuff here. And then because I'm at R2 above Chu Yao, so I'm able to cast another pursuit attack. So it's S1. Then my one is assist on Sujie. If yours is on Raven, then Raven will continue with a passive. Okay, then here I'll just nuke it with S3. Boom. Okay, so this is how you're gonna achieve 9 wave for the pay to win team. So every step here you have to do manually, and the resonance wise, if you're not sure, if you skip the front part about the information and you come to the showcase here, make sure you go back and check it out, because they are not really that necessary to be like R6 here, all those stuff. Okay, so they have their own way to tune it. Yeah, so basically that's it. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope this video actually helped you guys out who is looking for a low turn showcase. Okay, so there's only a few player hit 9 turn at the moment at global. Okay, so it will slowly increase more player that they achieve 9 turn. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what do you think and what question you want to ask, like Esper, alternative, all those things, but I don't think so because this is a pay to win guide. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Gen MP, Rosas15, Molcode Reguli, The Bluest Lane, Pigeon Roulette, Kemi, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wardeners, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwatts, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexa, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Marilyn Williams, and Uncle Chad. Thank you so much for the support. And that's not all. Also, special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat, the latest 10. So special thanks to Pigeons Roulette, Agni, Ziggy, Code Wardeners, Choni, and Rosas15. Thank you so much for the support, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.